Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. This Sunday is the Royal Rumble, and with the Royal Rumble comes the road to WrestleMania. We have an almost fully locked in WrestleMania card, and as of last week, Vince was saying that this is the plan. He wants to book backwards from WrestleMania all the way to Royal Rumble, and we probably know about 80 to 90% of the card right now, and barring any injuries or last minute changes, this is what WrestleMania 33 is most likely going to look like. Now, the card I was given is just opponents. There were no titles or gimmicks put on these matches, but there's a couple title matches here that I have heard, so I'll elaborate on that when they come up. First, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This is typically pretty much everybody that wasn't in a match on the card, so that way they can be used. We then have what they're calling Battle of the Big Men. It will be The Big Show taking on Shaquille O'Neal. This match was set up back at the ESPY Awards by The Big Show when he challenged Shaq, and these two have been playing it up recently on social media. Next up, we have Mickie James versus Nikki Bella. This is supposed to be one of the top from the old generation of female in WWE against one of the top new generation in the WWE, and it's already starting to play out. Mickie James cut a promo this past week saying that the women's revolution actually started with her generation. All the women now forget about that and just think it's about them. It's already starting to, I guess you could say, shape up, and for what it is, it makes a lot of sense and it's the right move, especially on the SmackDown brand. Now, some are saying that this could be a title match, but I don't see how you get the title off Alexa to either of these women by WrestleMania. Next up, we have for the Raw Women's Championship, it will be Charlotte taking on Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax in a fatal four-way. We already know that it's going to be Charlotte and Bayley at the Royal Rumble, as well as Sasha and Nia at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what the plans right now are for the women's division on Raw at Fastlane, but they want to culminate it at WrestleMania in a fatal four-way. Next up, we have Seth Rollins taking on Triple H. This has been a storyline that they really wanted to do last year, but because Seth Rollins was out with an injury, they've bumped it to this year. The whole story now is that Rollins thought he was the guy, and then when Triple H made Kevin Owens the guy, he got pissed. He's been trying to get answers, and Triple H hasn't been giving them. Triple H then screwed him out of the Royal Rumble, and now Rollins really wants Hunter. Next up, we have the Battle of the Best Friends, Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. Even when this friendship was created, we saw that there was slight tension. We've seen over their time together, tension kinda here and there, and then it fades and then it comes back, but mainly, they're the best friends. They're Team Kevin and Chris. They're Jericho. But something's gonna happen. It could happen this Sunday that finally tear the best friends apart and they fight at WrestleMania. Next up, we have AJ Styles taking on SmackDown Live Commissioner Shane McMahon. This is gonna be a battle where AJ just wants respect. He feels like Shane McMahon doesn't respect him, especially as the WWE champion. He wants to prove that he deserves the respect he wants. They started this when Shane announced the Elimination Chamber. AJ came out and said, "This isn't fair. Why should I have to defend my title in the Elimination Chamber? You don't respect me." And then on Talking Smack, he also said, Shane doesn't care about him. Shane doesn't respect him. Shane threw him in the back of the Royal Rumble poster like he's a nobody. So the story's there again, like these other ones. The story's there. They're already starting it. And like everything else we've got so far, the backwards booking from WrestleMania to now is already started. Next up, we have John Cena taking on Samoa Joe. WWE wants Cena in a long-term storyline, so the WrestleMania match between these two is only going to be the start if they go with the plan they have now. I don't know exactly when they want to cap off this feud, but when they nixed Undertaker versus John Cena, they had a plan, and it was because of the plan with John Cena. Next up, we have Bray Wyatt taking on Randy Orton. This one could be for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like we told you earlier this week, Randy Orton is the favorite to win the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt could be going into the Elimination Chamber and walking out WWE Champion. If that's the case, then the Wyatt family will implode when Randy Orton challenges Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Next up, we have Roman Reigns taking on The Undertaker. Now, this could be a Universal Championship match. It could not be. I've heard it both ways, and they want Roman Reigns in a top match at WrestleMania. What better than, if he's not in a title match, than put him against The Undertaker? The Undertaker match is always 1, 2, or 3 on the card. It's always one of the 3 most important matches, and if they want to push Reigns as the top guy, as an important person in the WWE, then putting him against The Undertaker at WrestleMania could maybe do that. And right now, the proposed main event for WrestleMania 33, Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Now, this match could also be for the WWE Universal Championship, as I don't know exactly how they would set it up for the Universal title, but that's one plan that has been proposed. My idea was to have Brock win the Rumble, Goldberg win the title at Fastlane, and then you go from there. But with Randy Orton being the favorite, I don't know if Brock Lesnar can win the Rumble. Some are saying have Goldberg win the Rumble, but with Brock not scheduled for Fastlane, when would he win the title? Goldberg is actually penciled in for a main event match at Fastlane, so that could be a Universal title match. But as of right now, these are the matches we do know for WrestleMania 33, and like I said, barring any injuries or Vince coming up with some other ideas, this looks like the main card for WrestleMania. Now, we still don't know anything in regards to the SmackDown Women's Championship, the Tag Team Championships on both brands. I have heard, I don't know if it's going to be for just one brand or both, they're thinking of doing multi-team matches for the Tag Team Championships. But like I said, Royal Rumble this weekend, Sunday, January 29th, we will know a lot more of what could happen at WrestleMania as we begin the road to WrestleMania. But that's going to do it for this edition of Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe here on YouTube.